Jesse?
Rick?
Busy this morning.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll see he gets the message. Ever have one of those days?
Yeah, I hope there are no major crises.
No, just a series of small ones.
You'll be handling it very well.
Well, I'll tell you, I've gotten this far. I just crossed my fingers and prayed.
Ah, just the man I'm looking for. Have you got a minute?
Sure, what can I do for you?
Trying to find your daughter.
Did you try her apartment?
Yeah, several times, but no answer. I'm hoping it is that Laura's just avoiding me. Ah, Dr. Weber?
Hi. How come everybody's looking for Laura lately?
Well, I'm just trying to find her, that's all.
Uh-huh. Seems like everybody is.
What do you mean?
Oh, Tony asked me about her yesterday.
Tony Castle.
Yeah. At
Yeah.
lunch.
Well, I was over at the ELQ office, as a matter of fact, the other day, and the Quartermains are at a complete loss as to where she's gone.
Well, I'm really sorry that they're inconvenienced, but it certainly won't be for long. Nothing anybody should worry about. She just felt, you know, as people will, that it was important for her to get away for a little while.
Important? Well, anyway, I'm glad that she's all right.
Yeah, she's fine.
That's fine. I was just a little concerned. It's my relief anyway. Well, see you sometime. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So here they are, 2 tickets to Jamaica. Think it'll convince him?
Might help. But I'm sure you'll do most of the convincing, won't you?
Why, Uncle Edward, whatever do you mean?
You know very well what I mean. We don't dare have anything go wrong this time. Now, if you don't placate DeVal, he'll carry out his threat and leave, and that'll be the end of us.
Not if I get that formula first.
Well, you better get it. Up until now, everything has been a disaster. Your job is to salvage it.
She had a very bad night.
Is she conscious?
Yes, but heavily sedated. The medication's just about to wear off. She may need another injection.
She asked for me?
Kept repeating your name. That's why the doctor asked you to come out here. It seemed very important to her.
Sarah? Hi, honey, it's Joe. Hiya, it's Joe. Yeah. Hey, I'm sorry we didn't get to visit the other day, but you'll be better soon, and we'll just start where we left off.
When searching for
Uniform.
blood.
Are you trying to tell me something, Sarah?
Blood, the gun.
The gun?
Hi. Hi there.
Everything's under control, and I'm skipping out early with my wife. You tell anyone, Rick, and you're as good as dead.
Oh, now, don't forget, we're expecting you for dinner tonight.
Oh, no, we'll be there.
We won't forget.
Very disappointed if you didn't make it.
And the lady speaks for me, too.
What is this, a special occasion of some form? I don't know.
It certainly is, but you're going to have to wait until tonight to hear more about it. Come on, Audrey, if we're going to spend those precious few minutes together. Let's go.
All right. So we'll see you tonight, huh?
Yes, at 6?
Oh, it was earlier if you can make it.
Oh, okay.
But we're looking forward to it.
Good. See you then.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, I
Spring.
love them. Yes.
Yeah, you know, that's a very good sign, though. I think it's
What
an
is?
excellent sign. Well, being invited somewhere as a couple. I mean, it must mean something to someone.
Yeah, probably means they don't like uneven numbers at their dinner table.
Very funny. Very funny.
And true.
Hi.
Hi, Joe.
I didn't expect to see you working today. Are you sure you're up to it?
I'm okay.
You sure?
Yeah, physically I'm fine. Just a little bruised. But I must say I'm awfully upset.
I can imagine.
It was a terrible experience for me.
I bet it was. You feel like talking about it?
I guess so.
What I can't imagine is why Sarah would attack you that way. Now, she's never been violent before. At least when you and I have talked, you've never mentioned it.
Poor Sarah.
Poor Sarah almost killed you. Why?
I don't know. It just all happened so fast.
Yeah, well, something happened that set off her fuse, didn't it?
I guess it's just her awful jealousy.
Of you?
Well, no, not exactly. Look, Sarah's been terribly upset ever since I was released from the hospital. She's been calling me up complaining that I don't come and visit her enough. So yesterday I called her and told her I was going to come and see her. She mentioned you were coming up for a visit, too.
Yeah, I had planned to.
But when I got there, she said that you were her only friend. I tried to tell her how much I still cared for her, and she absolutely let loose on me.
I'm sorry that that happened.
Yeah, I was in total shock. I mean, she was ranting and raving and going on about how I deserted her and left her to rot in Forest Hills. And then she went on and on about her friend that she lost, her only best friend in the world. You know, her friend Edie, who died.
Yeah, well, she mentioned her a couple of times. She drowned, I think.
It's so sad, Joe. So sad. She feels responsible for that accident. She feels that she's to blame. That's part of her sickness. And somehow in her mind, she connects me with Edie. So she feels because I've deserted her, that somehow I deserve to be where Edie is, dead. She tried to kill me, Joe. I can't believe it. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't walked through that door. And the worst part about it is, I finally have to admit it. Sarah is completely, hopelessly insane.
Deval must be getting impatient, but there's nothing to worry about. He'll calm down. Just as soon as I tell him I'm going to be spending the evening with him. Oh, it's busy. Damn it. I'll try again in a minute.
Who do you suppose he was talking to?
Oh, he's just probably ordering some food or something. Now, tonight, I have got to make sure that Deval knows that I'm coming over. And I've also got to be extra careful so that no one sees me going over there.
Alex, let me ask you something.
What?
I'm just curious. What went on before you came to Port Charles?
You mean with Deval?
No. You told me all about your association with him, the deal you made. No, that's not what I'm curious about. But there are a lot of other things that I don't quite understand.
Well, Edward, that's ridiculous. You know I've explained everything to you.
No, not quite. For example, who else is involved in the Ice Princess business? And how did you meet Cassadine? And what's even more intriguing, how did you trick him out of the Ice Princess? Had him chasing you halfway around the world in order to find you.
I think you're dramatizing things, Edward.
Really? I think there's a lot more to the Alex Quartermain story than meets the eye.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then I guess I'm just going to have to save my stories for a book.
Oh, you mean I'm going to have to wait all that time to find out about my niece, about my own business partner? Oh, that's not fair. Just think how I'm going to feel when I read all about the life you led before you came to me. Africa, Greece, all the other places you operated from before you came to Port Charles. I can't imagine that, Ellie. You mean I'm really going to have to wait?
Yes, you're really going to have to wait. Now, I better phone Deval before he starts climbing the wall.
The chef wishes to know if he should prepare something special for dinner.
No, I'm not very hungry.
Oh, should I tell him to fix something?
No, it doesn't matter.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Albert, I would like you to send some flowers to Dr. Leslie Weber. I'll write a little note with it.
Flowers, sir?
Yes, Albert, flowers. I mean, don't you have any imagination at all? I mean, I'll send her some flowers, a little lovely bouquet, and then she'll call me and I can thank her without getting her suspicion that I'm going to ask something about her daughter, Laura.
Oh, yes, sir, I see.
Well, it's not that difficult, you know. I'm sorry.
That's quite all right, sir.
I don't know what's wrong with me today.
If you don't mind my saying so, sir, you haven't been yourself the past few days.
You know me very well, Albert.
Well, we've been together a long time, sir. I may be so bold. Port Charles isn't the most stimulating place in the world. I much prefer the Mediterranean.
You seem to miss the old life too, Albert.
Very much so, and I don't mind admitting it.
Well, don't worry about it. We'll go back there somewhere, sometime.
I look forward to that time, sir.
I do too, Albert. I do too. But now, got to concentrate on getting back the Ice Princess. As once I have the Ice Princess back in my hands, then it will all be done. Nothing can keep me here. No, nothing at all.
It's really so sad. You can't trust a thing Sarah says. Her mind is so mixed up.
You know, every time I've talked to her, she's always seemed clear as a bell.
She changes from moment to moment. I mean, you don't know her as well as I do. I can be sitting there having a wonderful conversation with her, and she's telling me how much she loves me and what good friends we are. And the next minute, she's trying to kill me. She went berserk yesterday, Joe. You were there. You saw it.
She was quite different this morning.
This morning? You saw her this morning?
Mm-hmm. The doctor asked me to come out and see her.
Oh, why is that?
Sarah was asking to see me.
Did you get a chance to talk to her?
No, not really too much. She was under pretty heavy sedation.
Yeah, they usually do have to sedate her like that. I mean, there's no telling what she'd do next.
She kept just mumbling mostly the time I was there, but she kept mumbling the same things pretty much, as if she was trying to tell me something.
Really?
Oh, yeah. She kept saying the same 3 phrases over and over and over again. She said uniform, blood, and gun. Do you have any idea what she might have been trying to tell me?
Well, possibly. First of all, you know, she feels terrible over her friend's death. She feels guilty. She feels that she was responsible for her friend's death.
But Edie drowned.
Well, of course she did. But Sarah hallucinates, you see, and Sarah feels that maybe she killed Edie with the gun. That's what she believes in her mind, in her twisted, distorted mind. So the gun and the blood, it's really Edie's blood. You see, she's got it all mixed up, Joe. And when she goes off the deep end like this, you can't believe anything she says.
Oh, you again.
Good afternoon, Ms. Quartermain. Well, I see that little Laura isn't here. My, ELQ must be in a real tiz without her. I know just the thing for you, an experienced typist. Just the person, too, and she happens to be out of work.
Is that so?
Well, she is looking for steady employment, but I'm sure she wouldn't mind slumming it a little and working for you. Listen, give us the phone and I'll give her a call.
No, that's quite all right, but I know how thoughtful you're trying to be.
Yes, aren't I?
Yes, you are. But I also know how happy you'd be by having one of your little spies behind this desk.
Oh, well.
So you know what you can do with your recommendation.
Do you realize you're still holding that receiver in your hands?
Well, before I was so rudely interrupted, I was calling the secretarial service to make sure they send me a girl. Also, I want it to be a girl that has absolutely no connection with one Robert Scorpio.
You forget, I've been in town now for 6 months, so good luck.
Come on, answer it. Come on, James. Damn it.
Hello?
Oh, I thought you were never going to answer that phone. But you're going to be very glad that you did, darling. I have some wonderful news. Absolutely wonderful. And I'm coming over to tell you all about it myself.